Okay, so stay tuned. Watch all the way to the end, guys, if you want to find out why we actually have to go in here today and kill our queen.
What's happening with you here? That's not the reason why it's not a happy day, but hey.
So the bees got robbed. It's what they call robbing, and so the wasp came in. They kind of just went through the hive, just stole everything, stole the honey, killed the bees. Everything was gone. So last week before we left, when we went to check Chris's bees, there was absolutely no honey, no pollen, no larvae. The queen isn't laying. And so thank goodness we were at Homesteaders of America Conference and had a chance to talk with Kaylee, because we were like, we don't know what to do. Well, welcome to the ridge today, guys. Here is what's happening. Are you sad?
I'm very sad. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but like I'm hoping miraculously we're going to open this thing up and we're going to see massive amount of growth in 1 week, like just crazy amounts. Maybe they were all on vacation. They all took off and went somewhere. I do want to point out that my beautiful and amazing wife is leaving the murder to me. That I've got to be the one who kills the queen. I feel like it's some sort of Monty Python thing. Kill the queen!
Hey, all I'm saying is that it's in his hive. So, you know, fair is fair, right?
Murder's just never fun.
Look at that. So we just put that in. Whoops, where'd you go? We just put that in 4 days ago.
I think so.
If that. And you're like, what is that? That is sugar water. And I know everybody has their opinion on whether to feed bees or not feed bees, but
close this up again.
We were pretty desperate for you know, to kind of save these bees. When we got here last week, the bees had no honey, no pollen. There was no larvae, nothing. And we had no idea what had happened. And so, you know, so we fed them some sugar water and went to the Homesteaders of America Conference over this past weekend. Shout out to the Homestead. You guys can check her out. She was just had so much information for us. And what she said had happened was we probably, our hive got robbed. Wasps came in and just kind of destroyed the hive. They robbed it of everything. The honey, the pollen, some wax. I mean, they
killed some bees.
They just took it all.
Killed a lot of bees.
Yeah, killed a lot of bees in the process. Well, we're going into November, which is the time that we need to be closing up our hive for the winter. Oh, wow. Look at that. So much better already.
Look at all of, they're storing the honey. Look at the pollen. Look at how much pollen is in there. Look at how much
work they have done.
Wow. This is in 4 or 5 days. They're storing the sugar water, obviously, but there's tons of pollen there.
That's great. Good. Well, they've got some energy back.
Yeah, they do. Jump to the other side. Yep, there she is right there.
All right, so there's his queen. You can see, I mean, at this point, because we fed them sugar water, look at how busy they've been. And honestly, they've increased in numbers quite a bit, but we also put some capped brood from my hive in here. And so that's probably what has hatched, because you're not seeing that capped brood still, are you?
Not as of yet.
See, there's a lot of dead bees in there.
Yeah, so much activity and yet so many dead bees is...
I've got a lot of hive beetles. I know they say that, you know, a strong colony will take care of the hive beetles, but wow, this is heavy.
Honey?
Yep.
You've got some capped
Oh,
brood.
I've got some larvae, which means she's been laying.
Yeah, you got some capped brood on this side.
Good deal. This one's a heavy frame.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, there's my queen.
Is your queen over there?
Yep, she's right there up at the top middle.
Yep, there she is right here. Oh, I should put the camera up. Here she is right here.
Okay, I'm going to spin
And
it
she's
over
still
here.
doing a good job. So this is the reason.
Tons of larvae.
This is the reason we're killing my queen, because
Yeah.
my queen is not laying while Heather's queen is laying.
Capped honey. Gosh, we're looking good here.
So this is promising that we will be able to combine the two. This is going to be a process. Again, thank you to Kaylee on explaining to us how to do this, but we're going to leave them.
So stick around, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we'll show you how we combine the hives together. What we're doing, we are going to combine our bees. So we talked earlier about Chris's hive getting robbed by hornets, and so they took everything. They took honey, they killed the bees, they took the comb.
We have our smoke machine, so this looks like a rock concert.
So we are getting ready to winterize our bees and make sure that they survive over winter. So right now, Chris's colony is pretty weak, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine his colony into mine so that we have a strong colony that will survive, hopefully survive the winter. So in order to do that, we have to do a couple of things. The first thing, which is Chris's job, since it's his hive, I'm just, you know, I feel that it's important for him to do it. And I don't want to do it. So he's going to kill his queen. So the next thing that we're gonna do, we were gonna get some newspaper, but obviously we don't have some. So we've got this brown paper. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple of slits in there for air, and I'm gonna set that on top of my hive. And what that's gonna do is we're gonna set Chris's box on top of the newspaper, and it will allow my queen's pheromones to go up inside his hive so they can kind of get used to my queen and take to her and adapt to her. So we'll leave that for a couple of days. We'll come back out here in a couple of days and we'll check the progress, and hopefully we can go ahead and put his frames into my hive. So here we go. All right, so Chris is gonna find the queen and get rid of her.
You're so cruel.
I don't know
the
what
way you
else to
say it.
do other than to laugh. It's like I want to cry, but
It's like your uncomfortableness is like those people who laugh at tragedy.
Right?
They're like, I don't know how to respond.
I don't know how to react.
Ugh.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad. So we learned some pretty cool tips and tricks from Kaylee, the Homestead. She saves the propolis and she puts it in a little bit of vodka and makes a tincture out of it. So,
Do you want to take the rest of this, or are you good?
nope, I'm good with that. Okay, so here we go. The other thing that Kaylee had told us is that once we get rid of this queen, what we can do is we can save her in some, did she say alcohol or vodka?
Said alcohol.
Alcohol. And what we can do is we could use her pheromones come spring to place in our swarm hive, so our swarm box, to give off those pheromones to hopefully catch a swarm.
Gosh, I don't like that.
Now, did you find her?
Yep.
Okay. Well. Oh, here we go. All right.
Please be dead.
She is. That really sucks.
So crappy.
Yeah. Well.
And the hive is aware that the queen is not in there, it sounds like. There. My hive has never really gotten very vocal, and they are quite vocal right now. This sucks. Okay. All right, here we go. Are you filming my feeling like a colossal failure right now?
Yes.
I feel like a failure. We took bad advice and felt that we could add to the top of the hive sooner than we could.
I think Kaylee gave us some really good advice when we were at Homesteaders of America this weekend. She said, you can do all the right things and lose your hive. And you can do all the wrong things and your hive is great. We don't know what went wrong. We don't know, what we could have done differently. But all we know is today, and that's that combining the hive will hopefully help them survive the winter.